As a ripple become
a tidal wave. Oh, whoa. You're getting pulsed in by the void. What is it? Does it do it with me? No, just you.
Just me.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hello.
hi. Yeah, well, hi.
Good timing.
You're
We were
mean.
playing with the void.
Yeah. Our DM is a bully, if you couldn't tell.
What, does it work?
Kind of. It eats your shoulder.
It eats my shoulder.
Yeah, it cuts
It's
off
all
your
right.
shoulder.
I caught you. Don't worry. I unmuted.
See,
right.
she like completely disappears.
Wait,
Yeah.
If you
jealous.
stop moving when you completely disappear, do you stay gone?
That sounds like does it
No.
when a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? When a bear poops in the forest, does it need toilet paper?
It just uses trees.
Hello, I am me, just me today with thumb.
If I have my
Just
camera at
give
the
me
right
a
angle,
puppet.
it'll the void will consume me.
I am Snake now. I am Rashi.
But your void
Snake.
is pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all you guys with your fancy AI stuff. I
Dang
just
it.
I just have a green screen. I just use a green screen.
You can still see me.
I know that's your hand, Andrew.
Loser.
I
Dang
can
it.
see your face. I don't know where Erica went though. Oh, she's right there.
Okay, I'm stuck now.
You need a hand.
Right.
You need a hand.
Yes, hand. I can use.
So before we get into it tonight, we have a couple announcements. Well, Andrew struggles to fight gravity.
That was wicked. Pun. I haven't even had caffeine today, but I feel great.
I haven't had enough caffeine for this, apparently. I love my job. I love my job. Just kidding.
Take some melatonin.
You're
Gummy.
just kidding? You don't love it?
Uh,
All right. Announcements and stuff. You were saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've completely lost everything I was gonna say. Yes. We have a Patreon if you want to support us on there. We've had it the whole time, but we still have it. So it's not really an announcement, more just a shameless self-plug, self-promotion.
There's a lot.
But yeah, we've got
Zero?
3
Okay.
tiers, a $1, $5, and $10. And of course, the higher the tier, you get all the benefits of the previous tiers plus stuff. At the $5 or at the $1, you'll just get your name listed in a scrolling credits thing at the end of videos and streams like this. We don't have anybody at that bit, but once we do, then we'll program it onto the stream.
Just make an epic little tune.
Have a credit.
The elevator music. And then at the $5 one, you get your names read aloud. And then at the $10 one, you get your names read aloud in character by us. You're whispering directly into your microphone, Andrew.
I can't whisper.
Oh my gosh.
You heard him and not me.
I did not hear you,
I was
no.
literally at work the other day.
Closer to the mic than
Yeah.
he is.
And she was even trying to be a little bit louder than me. The other day I was at work, I was trying to whisper to somebody, and because someone was on the phone, we were in the same room, so I was whispering to her. She gets off the phone, she's like, "Oh my gosh, can you guys shut up while I'm talking?" And I'm like, "I was trying to whisper. I'm sorry."
That
Yeah,
moment
my-
when your whispering is louder than your normal talking.
My son Lucas cannot whisper for the life of him either.
I use too much vocal cords. I just need to use breath.
So for the next announcement, if you didn't already know, It seems that Andrew might have been diagnosed with ADHD at some point.
What? What? Nuh-uh.
I don't help.
My God.
Yeah.
The other thing is probably starting next week. We probably won't have a chance to do it this week, but starting next week, keep an eye on our D-Fourtress gaming channel. We'll finally be able to sit down and do some Monster Hunter Wilds. So if you want to join us for that, we're going to be streaming that over on our gaming channel. So, yeah. But other than that, I can't even look at your face. Let's roll the intro. So, last we left, oh my gosh.
Go on. You know, death and stuff. Come on. Continue.
Last
It's
we
awkward
left
'cause I
off.
can't even see anything.
I'm taking off my glasses so I can't see you guys for a
my
minute.
haircut. This is how we're gonna play now.
Last time, the Oddities decided to take some time to recover from their ordeal at the Addison farm. Spending time with the townsfolk with more Erica's face. Damn it. Okay.
All right. Serious. Ready.
Ghost having a seizure.
So, the Paragon enjoyed relaxation for the last few days in Elkwind, helping repair the doctor's office, fishing with a fancy gadget made by a man who took fishing a little bit too seriously, and
Not for me.
cooking an
Seamonger.
an absolutely delicious meal. And
My shark.
upon getting such an insanely good reputation in Elkwind, the townsfolk gave you some extra little magic items to help you on your journey. Usually improve quality of life. Ghost getting a nice little cot to sleep on. Belden getting an upgrade to his tinker's tools, and Reiko's getting something that I forgot.
I got a barrel. It
Oh
needs
yeah,
a little
that's
bit
right.
of-
Yep,
It needs a little bit of magic put into the rune, but
that's
I already
right.
have the order for it.
So, upon their departure, they said their farewells to Borv. and you set off upon one of the merchant ships that had already delivered its cargo, was now returning to Snowdrift. On the way, you decided to sit down and play some cards with a couple of the sailors. A game called Queen's Wager. That honestly we probably could have spent the entire session playing and never gotten bored. And fun fact, I found a deck of cards and we played it in real life and it was a lot of fun.
Pre-orders when?
I also shot a harpy from 400
you did.
meters.
Oh yeah, you sniped him.
400
That was
meters,
awesome.
yeah, totally. That's how far
I
it
think
was.
it was like 450.
Yeah, something like that.
But on the second day of sailing, you have all heard a story from the boat that you stole from the Crimson Crown. One of the sailors that helped you facilitate this. He told you a story of a pale creature that stalked the Eskimar Sea. He called it the Phantom. Thinking it was mere rumor, or possibly something that might have been long dead. Or maybe it put a fear of the Eskimar Sea in you. Regardless of how you reacted to this, eventually, on this day, the boat came to a screeching halt. And rising from the sea below you, 4 gargantuan white tentacles with hooks lining each sucker slowly rose up to 60 feet in the air. 4 of them specifically. And they came as to envelop the ship. Upon this, you heard the captain shout out, "Whether we get free from its clutches or run aground, as long as we get away from it." So, Oddities, I need each of you to roll initiative for me, please. I was having a hard time making the boat on there, so we're gonna do a bit of theater of the mind.
I knew we shouldn't be traveling by boat.
I'm gonna have to keep track of mine and Ivor. I can't do Ivor with just mine.
Oh, I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna write down initiatives.
I got 11.
Okay, I believe Ivor's is a +1.
Yeah, the same as mine. 18? What is this?
He always goes faster.
He
Okay.
always goes faster than me.
All right. So,
Which is understandable, but still.
did any of you get over 20?
I got 21.
21.
Do I need to refresh? Because I'm not seeing anyone's rolls.
Oh no, it's just on D&D Beyond. We're not on the
Oh,
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
be doing theater of the mind.
Theater of the Mind.
Uh,
Because I couldn't get the tentacles to import properly.
But I think the situation is cooler at theater of the mind.
what my initiative?
You
it
could
won't
just-
let me roll.
You can just click on the initiative thing, your initiative modifier.
I
You should
am.
roll.
It's just giving me a description. It's not actually like giving me a chance to roll.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
The
Right. What's your modifier?
+2.
All right, just Google, do into your search bar, roll D20, and then add 2 to that.
so what time of day is it right now?
I'd say it's about mid-afternoon. It's bright out.
And is it like clear sunny day or is
Yeah,
it like
it is.
cloudy?
It is clear.
There's something
Okay.
ominous about a giant monster attacking in clear sunlight. Like you always expect,
Daylight.
yeah, you always expect it to be at like at night or like super ominous.
You know, a fog rolled in.
Okay.
I got 14.
14.
I thought that was
okay.
with the harpy.
No, it was with that too.
There is a fog.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
remember a fog.
No, you're right.
That
Yep,
makes me
the
more
fog
scared.
did roll in.
Yes.
Oh no.
I mean, no, that's terrible. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm like that one kid who's like, didn't we have homework?
Actually.
Didn't we have a test today?
Like I said, all right. I apologize for this. I'm gonna lean over right here. I need the caffeine. I have been up since 4 a.m. this morning. I had my day job
Oh,
today,
no.
and if you can't tell, I'm struggling a little bit. But
We're totally gonna judge you for it.
Yeah, judge.
Judgment noises.
Judgment noises.
ah,
Ugh.
Just, ugh.
what did you get, Ghost?
I got 11,
Okay.
and Ivor got 18. That's just the way it is. Sucks.
Do you have both of your guys' characters like sheets pulled up on just
Okay.
the one?
No.
Alrighty.
I have mine pulled up.
Top
I
of the
don't have
round.
that.
So, these tentacles, they all crash down. They all crash down onto the deck of the ship. And you can see them start to tense and tighten. With this horrible, just against, as the hooks go against the metal.
As it going through. Oh, okay.
Just dragging on the metal of the boat, and the splintering of wood as well. So, top of the round, Reikos, it is you. Where basically you have tentacles 1 to 4, and 1 is at the front of the ship, with the and then 2, then 3, then 4 being the furthest back.
I would have been definitely on the main deck, but probably looking off one of the sides. Probably the side that is facing out more into the ocean rather than the land.
Okay, so you're probably between tentacles 2 and 3. You're probably
Yeah.
in the middle. All right, it's your turn.
Is there anyone else around me?
Yes, there are quite a few crewmen around you. The entire crew have also rolled initiative.
Okay. So I think just kind of shouting to them, are there any lifeboats?
You see them going. Well, there's a couple, but we have to go. We have to go get them primed.
Lead the way and I'll help.
Can't exactly walk there, as he gestures to the massive tentacle that you are
I
blocked
said,
off.
I'm gonna bonus action hit the big rune on my chest, and then I'm gonna start lift the part of the tentacle just enough that we can get past it. And
Make
just
it.
say, and just be like I said, lead the way.
That's gonna take to lift it. It's gonna take your action and a contested athletics.
At advantage. Oh no, I rolled really low. 13.
Oh.
32.
I was so close.
There was a 3 in there.
It was a natural 20 for a 32.
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
Oh
That's,
jeez.
that's terrible.
So yeah, as you do it, you feel it tighten, and it like you have a hard time lifting up the tentacle, and you just.
How thick is it?
I would say it's probably at the part that you're at. At the part of it that you're at, it's probably at its thickest point, maybe about I'd say like 8 feet thick, 8 feet in diameter.
I'm as tall as that. So I'm going to use my movement to just be like, yeah, I'm large right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Sorry.
Drain us some
Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought I said 8 feet in radius for a second. No, 8 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
About.
Perfect.
At its thickest point. Obviously, it gets thinner as it goes out.
All right, there's no going under it, so we're going over it. Come on. And then I'm just gonna basically be there because I don't have an action. I can't do anything, but I'm gonna be sitting there like ready to like help them get up and over.
Like lacing your hands for like the footrest boots to just launch them.
Alrighty. Okay.
Or maybe climb on top of it and be ready to grab them and pull them up.
All right. Ghost, what are you going to do?
I'm next.
Sorry,
I
wait,
thought
no.
Ivor
I know.
was.
Yep, Ivor, not you, Ghost. Ivor.
Okay, so she would be next to number 1.
At the front.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she's away from everybody. Okay, so Ivor would probably oh gosh. Yeah, he'd probably try to sting number 2 so it could like move away so she can get further in next to everybody else. Was his sting a +4?
Why don't you just pull it up?
Where? How?
Just Google imp.
Infamiliar,
Imp
specifically.
Oh, okay. That's gonna take me a while. And familiar.
There you go.
Okay.
Pull down.
Oh.
There you go.
+5 to hit.
Dink. +5? Okay. +5 to hit. I'll just use my dagger, which is +4, and I'll add 1 to it. Oh, wait. hang
19.
on.
Yeah, that's correct.
19
19.
to hit.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll the piercing damage, and I'll roll that con save.
Which is, I've used it so much, but did I think about it? No.
Well, go back. It tells you.
It tells you
1d4.
1d4 plus 3. Okay. There's 1d4 plus 1. Okay. 7 piercing damage.
As you see Ivor just like just feel he kind of looks at you and you give him this like mental command and he's just like, really? You want me to?
Yes, just try it, you know. Maybe try to affect it with your poison. Maybe that'll make it move at least.
This thing is like millions of me.
It can't hit you.
And he flies up to it. Right, fine. And he like lands on it, gets a stinger, and it stabs in. And you notice that it sinks in pretty easily. And it does
Yay.
14 piercing damage instead of 7.
Oh!
Oh.
And is it resistant to poison?
And it is resistant, not immune. And
okay.
it got a natural 1 on its con save.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
just go back there. We'll tell you.
Okay, which the 3d6 poison damage. Okay. So
One more.
no, I already got
3d6.
Oh,
Oh, you only did 1d6?
yeah. So 12.
12,
Poison damage?
have down to
Yeah.
6. All right,
down
so
to
that is
That
exact.
would've been good.
No, exactly enough. 20 damage in one instance gets this tentacle to unwrap, but it is going up, and now it is like going to, rather than crushing the boat, it starts feeling around. the
Wait,
deck.
wait. Before we do anything, was I climbing 2 or 3?
You would have been going to the back of the boat, so you'd be climbing.
Yeah,
Okay,
you were-
good. I'm
you were
climbing 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
I wouldn't have done that if you were on number 2.
That was
Good.
number. Ivor hit number 1 because Ghost was at the front.
No, he's
I hit number 2.
Oh, then
I said
Ah.
number 2.
then it's
Yeah.
going to go around and it's going to start feeling around and more poking and prodding. All right.
See, I told you. Look at what you did.
I am a god.
You're stronger than you know.
As
Fear
it
me.
Boom.
And he starts like looking at the crew. Bow before me, mortals. I am the most powerful devil this side of the continent. Up
That's
next
great. Now move.
is-
As
Move.
nobody's listening.
Up next is Tentacle 1. Tentacle 1
Yeah,
is...
she had Ivor move closer to the rest. Well, actually, no. She's gonna have Ivor stay just in case the thing hit
Okay,
again.
so... Tentacle 1 is going to use it's got the boat grappled, so it's just going to use its thing to cause damage.
Yay!
So let me go like this. It is going to
Yeah.
roll, so it doesn't have to roll to attack because it's already got it. Where did my dice roll browser go? There it is. It is going to go.
Yeah.
All right, fairly low. It's gonna do 16 bludgeoning damage. 16 bludgeoning damage to the ship, and then just because of the make of the ship, the piercing damage is like negligible. Doesn't really apply. It's leaving.
It's got the sturdy feet.
It's scratching the nice wood.
Right.
It's mahogany. But anyway, so yeah, so you see that tentacle go and just crush a little bit, and you see that bit of the boat just get ever so tighter. Up next is Tentacle 2. Let me roll to see. Let me roll to see if it's going to try and grapple again or not.
It's gonna go for Ivor.
All right, it is going to go for him. Just so I know, Belden, where are you on the ship?
I'm kind of. I was close to Rikos and the
Okay.
others.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
kind of
No,
in the middle.
he's underneath. With
All
the
right.
beak.
Okay. So I'm going to roll a d6. I'm going, or sorry, not a d6. I'm going to roll a d4 to see if, actually no, I'll do a d6. And we'll say it's just going to blindly grapple somebody. If it's a 1, it is Rakos. If it is a 2, it is Belden. 3 is Ivor. 4 is a crew member. And a 5 or a 6 is going to slime back down on the boat.
Nope.
Because you said you were at the front. So you're
You're
by
out of
Tentacle
line.
1.
1 and 2. Oh.
No,
Yeah,
you said you were
okay.
behind 1.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
Oh, because it's in.
all right,
Behind one. I was in
Rakos.
between 1 and 2.
Oh, you said you were in front of 1.
Oh,
Okay,
Wait, what happened?
what?
Is he going for me?
Rakos. As
All right,
you
grab my hand.
you see that, and then you see this tentacle kind of go and just slam into Rakos with a 29 to hit.
Just hit.
yeah, okay.
And so, Rakos, you take. Let me just see where. I have all these tabs open, so I'm having a hard time keeping track. Oh, Rakos, you take 22 bludgeoning damage.
The funny story As that happens, I see it. I see it swinging at me, and instead, I'm gonna use my rune, my cloud rune, and just transfer that energy into tentacle number 4.
I will say, because that's really cool, I will say, because we flavored it as almost like a portal of the attack, a mini portal, I will say as it does that, you create a bigger one than you've ever done before. And it opens in front of you, goes through the rune, which the other half of the rune appears behind you, and crashes in to Tentacle 3, which Tentacle 3 takes 11 bludgeoning damage as it's resistant. But you didn't give me a chance to roll the D4 of piercing damage from the hooks. It also takes 4 piercing damage. So...
Nice.
So yeah, so Tentacle 3 takes that. So that is a total of 15. All right, well...
Nothing that does piercing damage.
Way to...
You have a dagger.
way to save. Okay, that's its turn. Belden, you're up next.
That was Tentacle 2 that did that, right?
That was Tentacle 2 that tried to get to Rakos.
Was that the one that was blocking our way?
No, Tentacle 3.
Tentacle 3 is blocking.
Okay.
I'm still up above, so I'm ready to help lift you over.
I'm curious. I want to go touch the thing. I use my Dwergar magic and try to like reduce the size.
Okay,
We'll make it one size smaller.
okay, is it a saving throw?
So, if the target is unwilling, it makes a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Well, it's got pretty high con.
Not one. Not one.
That one.
Not one.
Please.
Please.
14? Does that save?
It says attack save con 16.
It fails.
16?
Okay, wait, hold on. I have to do something, because this thing is beyond gargantuan.
So half the size of it.
Just take it.
Now it's only 50 feet in the air instead of 60.
I was mostly thinking, like, since you're enlarged, you can maybe move this, like, tentacle about if it were a bit, like, 4 feet in diameter
even though,
rather than 8.
okay, here's the thing.
Or maybe do less damage, I don't know.
Now, I don't think you understand what he just did. If it is gargantuan, but not like, because it goes huge and then gargantuan is everything like one level above huge and bigger. So if it's beyond that one size up from huge, it just halves in size. It's not big enough to grab the boat anymore.
Yes!
That means we can make our escape.
So you see it shrink and basically it goes in, and then those tentacles,
No, we can't.
and they just go, they go, and then they get shorter and shorter as it's just clutching the side of the boat.
Yes.
Seeing you do that because you're right in front of me, I'd just be like, how long can you hold that?
How long does it last?
What? I think 1 minute.
It's a concentration up to 1 minute, yeah. We should try to make our escape while it's smaller.
Yeah. All right, we have 1 minute. Get the lifeboats.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you could, or you could just rev the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Full
Get
speed
out of here.
ahead.
Alright, is that your turn, I guess, Belden?
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, Ghost, what are you gonna do?
Yes! She's gonna say, "Go, Captain, go!" And then she's gonna. Ooh. So it's clutching onto the boat. Is it closer? Is it just all around?
It's now
underneath?
basically just on the sides.
On the sides.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's gonna use one of her burning hands to try and get some of those tentacles off,
Alright.
or at least one.
Dex save. Not very good at it.
Yeah,
I would say you could probably catch 2 of them in there.
Sweet. Okay, so burning hands, and that would be 9 fire damage.
Doesn't it also have disadvantage on strength checks when it's been reduced?
I think so.
It gets it's
but
either
this is a
disadvantage
Yeah,
or my
yes. And strength checks and strength saving throws.
Perfect.
Cool.
yeah, no.
Then its weight is reduced to 1/8.
It did. Well, now it's light as a feather, I guess.
well, I did
All right.
9. I did
Fine,
9
I guess we
damage,
just won't
yeah.
have an encounter then. It fails very bad. It got a 10.
Sweet.
It fails a
so
con
all
save.
9 fire damage. Woo.
It is good at con. It
Yeah.
has a plus 11 to con.
Honestly, I should have done my molten blast,
All
but that's
right.
okay.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you burn it off. You burn these tentacles, and it kind of reels back, and you just hear this. Well, you don't really hear anything, but you see like bubbles just rise up with just this horrible.
Mm. Lovely.
Huh.
Is it my turn
Whoa.
yet?
I didn't mean to ruin your encounter. I was just trying to cover.
I'm just in shock. Up next is the crew, and they're gonna punch the engine. They're gonna punch the engine
Yeah.
and ready the lifeboats in case
Just
they
in
need
case.
them. And
Yeah.
it's gonna start going full speed ahead, and it can move now, but it's dragging this thing along behind it. So yeah, Tentacle 3. Let's see if it can athletics. Disadvantage. Okay. And then Tentacle 4. Okay. Both Tentacles 3 and 4 are still latched on.
Good.
But 1 and 2?
Good. We're trying
1
to
and
get
2
rid
were
of
the
them.
ones that you knocked off.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Get him. Get him.
That's all I can do. Rakos, it's your turn.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my glaive and I'm gonna go over to the edge and go for tentacle number 3 first.
Alright,
So,
go ahead and make an attack roll.
Go ahead and do
You're on
this.
fish.
With,
Fishy.
because it has reach, you can reach it.
Ooh, does a 10 hit?
It does not.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Let me go again. How about a dirty 20?
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
I needed to make a strength save at disadvantage, please.
Double disadvantage? Double negative? Does that make it a straight roll?
What'd you get?
Did you get a nat 1? You got a nat 1!
All right. I'm gonna do this in sequential order here. Give me a sec. So, there is 12 slashing damage plus, let's do this, another 3. So that's for a total of 15. And then on there, I'm gonna then add, as I activate my fire rune, and I'm going to do an extra 2d6, so that is a total of, let's see, so 15, total of 22 damage. But it failed. For like, I haven't had one fail in so long. All right, it is now restrained for 1 minute. While restrained by tentacles, it takes an extra 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns, and it can repeat it at the end of each turn. But this thing is now restrained and only holding on by one tentacle. So I don't know if it's actually holding on or if it just happens to be hooked on.
So as you swing your glaive down, you swing it at this tentacle, and the rune on your armor lights up, igniting the glaive. And as it slashes, you cut the tip of the tentacle off. And you hear that from below again. As you do, the flame shoots off of the glaive and then begins to spiral around the tentacle, forming those searing hot ember chains. And it wraps around the tentacle, and you see it go down the tentacle and into the water. You see it go and spiral up the other tentacles. And you just see this creature go, and as it's trying to hold on, it comes to a stop. And let's see.
I love this game.
Is this still hanging on?
The boat gets wrenched free as the tentacles are being held in place as you start to leave it behind.
Yes!
Now, would you say it was about a 6-second thing? This all happened within 6 seconds of my turn?
I would say reasonably.
Oh, okay, good. I would like to action surge and get the other tentacle on while it's flying away.
While it's flying away.
Go ahead and make that attack roll at advantage, I guess.
Oh gosh. If only that provoked an attack of opportunity. For
So
me.
16. Does that one hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, cool. And is restrained means auto crit, doesn't it?
No, incapacitated means auto crit.
Restrained is just advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes, let me
okay,
just
cool.
check just to make doubly sure.
Yep, just advantage.
Yep, and speed is 0 and disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay, cool.
Wow, that would have been great. We could have tag teamed that.
I know, right? All right, cool. So that is another 13 slashing, and then I'm gonna go in again. And that's a 19 to hit, which means another 10 slashing. Just, add insult to injury.
That's adding injury to injury.
Yeah.
So
You should be now known as the White Minnow of the Eskimar Sea.
as the famed phantom of the Eskimar Sea comes and attacks this merchant ship. Panic sets in and is quickly diminished as you restrain and escape it in about 12 seconds. And the boat zooms off at full speed. Let's go to break.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Nice.
MVP is Belden.
I never thought I would have somebody thwart my plans as thoroughly as Sean can.
Ah,
Huh.
I never thought I'd live to see it again.
All right. Well, for player reference, I guess we'll be back at 6:10. I need to have a lie down. We'll be back in 15. So,
We're back, baby.
as, as you leave the Phantom behind, you can still see it about a minute later. You see the chains break and it regrow in size and it skulks back under the water. There's a bit of a stunned silence for a bit. Until one of the crewmates speaks up. Lads? Can someone tell me what the fuck just happened?
I'll tell you what just happened. Belden just saved all our lives. I'm gonna grab Belden. I'm gonna lift him up in the air.
I just wanted to move it out, that tentacle out of the way.
Belden! Belden!
Belden!
Belden!
Belden!
All
Belden!
right, put me down. I'm gonna vomit all over you.
Just over the entire crew.
Told you we shouldn't have taken the bloody ship. Should have stayed on dry land.
Should have just taken the train.
I know we had it under control.
Apparently, that was like, I mean, it was like 7-8 seconds. Suddenly we were moving again. I thought we were done for. Barely blinked like once.
I had confidence in us the whole time. On another note, I'm gonna go change my pants. I'll be back.
So, the crew just kind of just goes, Belden, you're getting these crew members. They go back to work, but you're getting stares of awe and almost reverential whispers about you.
Yeah.
Better not let this get to my head.
Saviors of the boats.
Saviors of the Eskimo Sea!
Saviors of the towns and seas.
You do hear some of them discussing a term. A term, just a couple hushed whispers. And you actually make a perception check for me, Belden.
If it's the Ghost Slayer, I'm going to laugh.
Perception. 14.
That's Darabos's nickname.
Once, oh my gosh. Once you do capture a hear one whisper of Phantom Breaker.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that title.
In direction of you.
Immediately goes to your head now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I don't need to tell anyone else that that was all an accident. Phantom Breaker it is.
I accept my new role as your god.
And
So, how quickly are we gonna get back in dry land? Because I don't want to have to remove one of those again.
Probably tomorrow, early tomorrow evening.
Were we able to keep going at full speed during that time?
Yeah. I think we probably will be, given the circumstances. Don't know if that thing's tailing us, so the faster the better.
Rakos comes back with a new pair of pants.
It wasn't a joke. Not this time.
And he's playing it up, but like if you look closely, it's pretty obvious he is like shaking, like both pure adrenaline and fear, and just like. Oh.
Ghost will just come over and offer him her flask, just like.
Thank you. Whew. Just another day for the oddities.
Yeah. Bit of an exercise. Of course, both of you did all the heavy lifting.
Oh. I think I'm with Belden on this one. I want to take a break from boats when we're done.
Understandable.
At least for a day.
Mm. Well, we'll have the day full. We'll eat some sushi. I can give you a tour, Snowdrift, if you would like. Of course, I could take you to some of the bars.
I want to go to the fighting rink. That's what I want to
That's what the
do.
quotation marks look for. Not all of them are.
Did you guys see the size of those tentacles? Oh!
There it is.
Oh!
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, they weren't much.
One was going straight for me and I barely missed it. Or it missed me.
Oh no, I saw what you did. That was impressive. That's the biggest portal I've seen you in Conjure.
Thanks. I was half
Pretty-
expecting it not to work.
Or
Pretty
it looked
quick
like
reaction.
It went right through you.
I think I might pass out. I'm going to sit down now.
Yeah.
Some of it like spills down a little bit. It's just like adrenaline's wearing off, and it's just like, oh, one of us might have died.
The vodka will help dull your nerves.
I think I need some of that too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not just the fact that you escaped. I was planning on it, but that you did it in one round with a low-level spell.
We had a rare stroke of luck. Of extreme efficient luck.
Thanks to terrible dice rolls,
Efficient
lining
luck.
up perfectly.
And an overlooked spell.
I think that was like probably one of the best level 1 spell slots ever used.
It targeted your shortcomings.
It's a spell that doesn't even do damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it did damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
It did damage. So, as this day comes to a close, there's odd whispers of all of you. I will say during this time, people are just being like, when people are whispering about Belden, Ivor would be treading around the strip. Well, mates, did you see what I did? It was... I slew that thing. My poison was so effective, it even made it smaller. Shied away from me. I don't know why I went Australian. I'm still in shock.
You know what? No. As God, Ivor is Australian. It's canon.
I when
Part of
when
his
he locks
persona.
in, he he talks a bit like, he's like, "Oi, pay attention to me, you know, I was the one that drove off the beast." "Well, mate, you better listen on here. That phantom breaker is me. Not this short little guy," as he points up.
Oh, short.
Rykos is very drunk. I wasn't even that scared.
No, that's enough. That's
Bill, didn't you have any more?
No, I think you drank it all.
yep. Drank my last bit.
Well, that was quite exciting. I'm okay taking a break.
You did very well. Good job. You should go lie down. No. Go in.
So you can all take a short rest
Down.
as night as night comes, and as you retire for the day, the boat takes a relatively sharp turn, cutting into a large channel into a man-made channel that's actually huge, cutting inland. Probably a good couple 100 feet across. And by the next day, you can see within the next couple hours, you will be within Snowdrift. You see the sprawling city silhouetted against the slightly silhouetted against the morning sun. Large, ornate stone towers. Fortresses lining the outside. You can see way up near the cloud line, one of the airships making its way into the city. So, do you wish to do anything before your arrival?
I mean, Ghost is probably gonna keep Reiko's from stealing her flask and just like getting.
It would have just been good at the night.
Yeah.
He'd wake up and not want any. He just had the hangover.
Okay, good, yeah.
I'm gonna go thank the captain and the crew for our prompt arrival.
They're gonna be like, basically in like awe, like, he's speaking to me. He's just like, yeah, of course, but no, thank you for everything that you've done.
On a boat.
That you've done for us. That was, whew. It's been our pleasure to have you on board.
Well, how much does this trip cost? What do we owe you?
You kidding me? And he's like, I mean, Captain. And the captain's just like, you think I'm making you pay for that? No.
He already did.
I already did.
He paid before we got
You
on.
can ride free with us anytime.
Just him.
Yes, just him.
Well, it's a pleasure to work with you.
It's been a pleasure, sir. And he reaches out his hand to shake.
All right, shake his hand.
But as you pull in, passing a good number of other ships, You finally pull into the docks. After a quick inspection into this city, or after a quick inspection on the ship, you are set loose and free to go. As you step onto the docks, the area around you is cold, but also humid. It chills you to your bone. It's not snowing. In fact, there's a slight drizzle of rain. You have to watch your step as black ice on the floor, on the cobblestone roads. Ghost, you would know just based off of your general history that despite this being one of the major cities of Tirvis, it takes a lot of inspiration architecturally from the Ashweave Empire, of the large stone structures, the statues planted in certain streets, fountains that spring out heated water, which you see people hanging around the steam to keep warm. Certain Gothic style buildings with gargoyles looking down from above. But once again, having to have somewhat of a sloped, pointed rooftops to, for when it does snow, so the buildings do not collapse in on themselves. People walk around, heavy coats, umbrellas. There are horse-drawn carriages taxiing people around.
She'll just tilt her face up into the rain, just taking a deep breath. Just be like,
This is a completely different vibe than I was expecting.
and how was that?
I feel like, even just the style of the city, it's quite fascinating. It's very different than all the other cities I've been to.
Welcome to my old hunting ground.
Are you a vampire?
Only in theater. Let's go.
I'm grateful to be off the water, but still got a fair bit of it coming down on top of us.
Exactly. I know a good tavern.
Now, what of the steam? What is that? What is producing that?
Oh, the hot water. It reacts with the cold air, makes steam.
Well, I know how steam is made. Where does the hot water come from?
From an underground pipe network.
Interesting. Are there natural hot springs around here? Or
Make-
do they heat it themselves?
Make a history check, Ghost.
Okay! Natural 20 for 25.
So, Ghost, you've never seen it yourself as it is a highly secured area. At least part of it is. But it is a decently well-known fact about this city, especially for people that are more history buffs,
Like me.
that there is a yes, there are some natural hot springs underneath Snowdrift, just due to deep under the Eskimar Sea, as well as on the other side of the plateau. There's a couple large underwater volcanoes which run right underneath those flows, run right underneath Snowdrift, heating up the water, and thus you have a couple natural hot spring bathhouses and saunas that the city's tourism is really known for. But part of the secure area is maintaining the heat. You do know that for a very long time, the city has employed a intelligent fire elemental to maintain the heat levels so it doesn't drain or get too hot.
So this is how it works. And she's going to go into it in great detail.
and then that coupled with the complicated plumbing and pipeline system underneath.
Basically showing the nerdiest side you have ever seen to her. She recites this with perfect precision, like she has read about it or learned about it.
Oh, I'm gonna listen intently. This stuff fascinates me.
Wait, an intelligent fire elemental?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about what that thing is like?
I've never met it before.
I know, but have you heard anything about it? If it's intelligent, I assume it speaks.
Would I have heard whispers from some of my connections?
Probably from maintenance workers and city workers that work on the pipes and stuff. It's not that like it's like it's such a secret thing. It's more just like, oh, this area is off limits to the general public. Only security and maintenance people allowed. It's kind of the same way that it's like with sewers kind of a thing. It's like you just generally don't go down there. But this but you would talk it is you don't know the name, but it is referred to as a she.
Okay. Not many people are allowed down there because, it's off limit, but I've heard she's pretty chill.
I think we have a great interest in going and meeting this fire elemental.
You think I can get you down there? I'm supposed to be dead.
I didn't know if you have any connections still.
I'm just kidding. I can get you
Oh,
down
good.
there.
Okay.
I need to go let my roommate in real quick into the building. So
Don't
I gotta
do
run
that.
down a
You
few.
were about
No.
for a second, like,
No,
wait,
sorry.
what?
Out of character.
Yeah.
I gotta run down a couple flights
Yeah,
of stairs.
go do
let
that.
her in.
yeah, go ahead.
Belden's just gonna follow along, just kind of like in awe of the architecture and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, be right back.
Yeah. Ghost is just gonna be nerding about all the architecture and all its origins.
And so as
Would you like to
Belden
place a bet with me?
as Belden selflessly donates all of his money and magic items.
So selfless.
Also,
Find somebody else.
just a heads up, you two, you might want to move your mics just a little bit closer to you guys.
Okay. I could only move it like this much before it hit my laptop. We could turn it up.
But we can do this.
There we go.
Oh, what about that?
Oh, much,
Is
much
that
better.
better?
Much,
okay,
much better.
Sweet, perfect. Okay.
So, yes, a bet.
Okay, what is it?
I bet that I can guess the elemental's name.
All right.
100 gold. If I get it right, you give me
Right?
100. If I get it wrong, I give you 100.
And if you get it right,
No, you give me 100 if
I
get
don't
it wrong.
have 100.
Well, I mean, part
you
of
have
this
all
is
the
yours.
money.
I know, but it's all of ours. Okay, just play along.
Right.
I like being
I'll,
right.
I'll take you up on that.
All right.
I think all of your characters have had a crippling gambling addiction, Andrew.
Yep, and all of them have been very bad at it.
Except with Queen's Wager.
Actually, Wayne does it. He doesn't bet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, Wayne
Wait.
doesn't bet. He has a drinking problem.
He has a
It's
drinking
not much of a
problem.
problem though because he can't get drunk.
Yeah, he has a
Wait,
drinking
Dante?
habit.
Yeah.
Didn't he make bets with Dante? Or was that Dante and Artavan?
Dante and Artavan.
It was Dante and Artavan.
Yeah.
And then Pax
Aw.
and Rakos.
Artavan hasn't made any
At
bets.
our home game, my
Sorry.
character Delland had the record at the casino for the most money lost in a single night. I then proceeded to double it.
Double.
Double or
It was just
nothing.
backs. Okay,
and
for
nothing.
audience reference, in his backstory, he held the record, and then the dice actually made him double it.
Yep.
That's how bad his luck
Yeah.
was. It was some
Yep.
absurd amount.
And we're talking just like a lot of levels, and I lost every single one, and I just kept on doubling down.
All in.
Oh,
Oh, damn it! Just let me do it this time.
Anyway,
All right.
so great.
so as the rolling carriages, move past you. Occasionally, you do see glimpses of other adventurers and armed mercenaries here and there.
As per the usual. Especially with a fight club.
Right.
A couple.
Um,
couple.
How large is this city compared to some of the other ones we've been to?
This
Like
one,
ground coverage wise.
this one is pretty big. I would say it's about as big as, probably slightly bigger than Rhymevale and Eritrude.
I feel like port cities tend to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
And this one is connected to the outer ocean, which makes it even better for trade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And think about who controls the trade.
Who? I mean, it's not you, because you're dead. Right?
It's my family. Okay, my dear big brother.
Are we going to run into any of them here? Is this...
Oh yeah, Crimson Crown is everywhere, but you can spot them from a mile away. They're very arrogant. So,
Ghost,
all we have
Ghost, as you're saying that, as you say that, you look into like a restaurant, and you see somebody wearing like a Crimson Crown pin, and you just see him. You can't hear him through. You just hear muffled shouting.
He's just like,
But he's being mean to like a wait staff person.
and she'll just like gesture and just like
He's just yelling at his waiter for some reason.
something.
So,
Probably made his ice cream too cold.
right. Oh, Belden, do you want to get in on our wager?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What's the wager about?
If I can guess the name of the elemental, then you each owe me 100 gold. But if I'm wrong, then both of you, I will pay 100 gold. However, I'm not going to tell God because I fear he might change it on me.
I'm gonna text God right now and be like, "Hey, this should be the name."
So, I will whisper it into each of your ears. God, plug your ears real quick. So that way chat can hear it too. Alright. I think her name will be Seema.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
think that intelligent... God's listening again. I'm not going to say anymore.
What? No, I'm not.
What? No, I don't.
I'm glad you got the
Sounded
reference.
different.
I'm glad you got the reference, Erica. What? No, I don't.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen those in a long time.
What even is this episode?
It's fun.
Okay, oh, calm down, okay? You got it.
Now.
I think this has been the most what D&D is really like episode we've ever had.
Fair Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just not as much SpongeBob references.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Matt,
for
if
that.
you end up
I don't
watching
wanna
this
see
at any
that.
point, we're talking about you. Anyway.
All right.
Gosh. So, as you walk along, the city is yours. Is there anything specific you'd like to do?
It is mine. I think the first thing she'd do is take them to her favorite tavern to get them a room. Because having a place to come back to is the perfect way to begin the day. Or begin the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, a night out! Yes! Okay. She's taking
All
them
right,
to her
let me
this place.
look at my notes and see what the inn was called. Give me a sec.
All that's circulating in my brain is the Rusty Bolt.
It's
Some
not-
dumb name like that. Some dumb unassuming name. But it's really the best tavern in town.
That's what it is. It is a as Ghost leads you, you end up at this not shabby looking, but just unassuming looking stone building. It's a pretty wide, two floors, and you can see some balconies and stuff. Looks a little bit just like almost like a barracks from the outside. It's just kind of a little bare bones, I would say, is probably the best way to describe it. And as you go, the sign simply has hanging over the door, and it is a metal sign that is going over with a purple banner. And this banner has this swirling flower design on it. And the place is, the building is simply named Tulip's Place.
Yes. Perfect.
I like it.
I like it.
And Ghost is just gonna breathe a nostalgic sigh and just be like, let's do this. And then just waltz right in.
As we're
Like
walking,
she owns the place.
as we're walking in, I would like kind of lean over, whisper to Belden, who'd be like, "I was kind of expecting a casserole, you know."
For the sound of things, so was I.
So, as you enter in, the smell of exquisite spices and liquors hits your nose. Gorgeous, polished, dark wood paneling and floors. Ornate, gorgeous furniture. Roaring, crackling fireplaces. You see several pretty intimidating looking, they're not town guards, these are private security, wearing this studded leather armor, but each of their uniforms are pristine, as each of them has a closed visor helmet, as they just watch around, as they look around. Servers are moving around, bussing tables. Behind the bar is this is in the center, not against the back wall. This circular thing, and you see almost this tower of shelves with gorgeous decorated bottles of wines, whiskeys. And you see several people manning the bars, mixing, making artisan drinks.
Are there any performers?
As you look up, you see floating instruments playing themselves.
I changed my mind. I feel like a castle would have been an understatement.
Welcome to Tulip's place.
Is this tulip royalty?
Might as well be. And she'll just do that smirking smile she usually does and take off her hood. She's completely comfortable in this place, and she'll just wave to the staff, just be like, "Hello, all."
You notice it's been a bit since you've been here, so a lot of the staff, the number of staff has increased. As you're looking around, there's no one that you particularly recognize, at least we're close to,
Right.
working at the moment. You do not see Tulip anywhere, currently.
Would I know the guards, at least, or like remember the guards?
You do know the guards are trained not to. The guards don't really interact unless interacted with, and with their closed visor helmets, it's a little hard to tell.
All right. She'll go up to the bar and be like, "Hello, can I get your finest bottle of wine, please?" And she'll pull a little ribbon from her pack with an embroidered tulip on it and slide it across the counter.
You see, this bartender, or I guess they'd probably like to be called mixologists. You see her; she's wearing this like vest and tie, but white button-up shirt with rolled up above the elbow. You see, she's got this straightened out black hair and these tattoos going up her right arm, this half-elven woman. She sees that, and she's just like... she kind of glances at it. Now that's a rare sight. Haven't seen one of these, well, probably since I was in training. And she continues shaking a drink. It's like, most expensive wine?
Mm-hmm.
Straight from the bottle, or a little something
Straight
extra?
from the bottle.
You got it. And you see she goes, finishes pouring the drink for another customer there, and then she goes, and you see as she walks up to this massive dome of drinks. You see her go and stand on this little step stool, and she looks, and then you see the step stool's legs extend, pushing her up in the air, and she reaches over and grabs this wine bottle that looks a little bit like an Erlenmeyer flask, with the silver spiral going around it. And Erlenmeyer flasks are the ones that are like with the long necks and then the big round, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And so she goes and presents that to you and just gingerly sets it down in front of you. And And she goes, and it's got this, the liquid inside has got this like pale gray swirl to it. This right here is a Valdesian classic. It is a fermented rice wine.
Oh. Expanded
Aged.
to rice wine. Lovely.
Yes. Aged 57 years.
Oh, my favorite. Thank you so much. Could I actually get 2 glasses, please?
Of course. And you see she just reaches under the counter and slides them over.
I almost forgot about you two. Forgive me. My excitement, you know. Is Tulip around today?
Oh, she is... she's in her office, but if you need, I can have someone fetch her.
You know what? Sure, yes. I hate to be a bother, but if she's not busy, then please send for her.
Of course. And you see her go and make this like hand signal at one of the security, and you just see him nod and go. Disappear for a few minutes.
Being friends with you will never stop being a culture shock.
You're welcome. And she'll open up the bottle and she'll pour the glasses and then hand one to each of you. Welcome to my world.
Do I drink it normally, or?
Oh, just one sip at a time. Just one sip. I just meant for your first drink, you could take one singular sip, enjoy the taste, and then you can down it all.
Right. Tastes fruity.
I've never been much for wine, but I'll give this a go. Just
It's
take a
actually
big
really
whiff.
good. I'm just trying
And-
to rile you up a bit.
And as doing that, it's like the mixologist before you, she kind of looks at you. She's mixing a drink for another customer. We've got all sorts of drinks all across the spectrum. We've got fine ales, vodkas, whiskeys, specialty beers.
I'll
Whatever
probably
tickles
save
your
most of it for when we
fancy.
come back tonight.
It'll be the best time, because then you can have dinner and a show.
And a show. I mean, this is already quite the fantastic show. So, I mean, look at that. Are there just like invisible people up there playing those?
No, it's a spell.
Amazing.
This place is enchanting.
Literally.
It's an
And
understatement.
what it does after hours, it's even better.
Eventually, after a few minutes, though, you hear a familiar voice as she enters the room. You look and you see a little bit older looking than what you first remember, but you know elves.
It's been a few years.
But you know elves tend to age slowly, and for an elf, she's been around for a little bit. You see her in you see her come out wearing this this black dress with a blue cardigan that flows down past her thighs in length. Her half moon spectacles hanging on her angular nose and pointed angular features, slightly wrinkled skin, and hair dark hair with flecks of gray in it, pulled back into a very tight bun, with her, with of course her signature pipe in her mouth, smoke puffing out of it. And she kind of scans, and then she sees you. And her expression stays exactly as it was. And you see her walk up to this bar area, lift up part of the counter so she can get inside, close it behind her, walks the other side of the counter to you. I took you for dead.
Yeah. A ghost has to remain so.
So that's what you're calling yourself these days.
I've been around, but I see you've only grown more beautiful.
And she kind of looks you up and down. I guess I can say the same.
Thank you. It's adventurer chic. Oh, I should definitely show you the new outfit I got. It's amazing. Anyhow, I was in town and we happened to be in need of a room, so I figured I'd visit my favorite tavern. And say hello. Maybe get a little bit of business.
Business? You and your friends used to scare away my highest paying patrons.
You know they were trying to rip you off. But I see your point. I can assure you, I won't try to do that again. And
It's not you, I'm
they
worried.
will never try either.
Are these two going to be as rambunctious as that dwarf friend of yours?
No.
What was his name? Bart?
Borf.
They break anything, you're paying for it.
Riker just kind of chuckles a little
Yeah,
bit,
I
like
know.
he's to himself.
Oh yeah, I know. I know your rules very well. You know, I helped make some of them when I worked around others.
I promise not to break anything.
I'll do my best.
See, I've gotten more responsible company since I've died.
This is a very beautiful place you have here, by the way.
Why, thank you. I tend to like to keep it that way.
All right. So, is there any chance my old room is being occupied?
You mean your quote-unquote secret hideout? You've been gone so long I turned it into the VIP suite.
That's even better.
Of course, your secret hideout was in a posh place like this.
I
Secret
couldn't
hideout.
accept any less.
You know, later, I would kind of like lean over. Later, I would love to hear stories from your end about her and her friends.
And you see she kind of goes, she's basically exactly the same.
I'll still take it if you'll let me.
Well, price has gone up since you last been in.
How much?
This VIP suite? 10 gold a night.
10 gold a night. I genuinely couldn't hear anything. My thing turned off.
10,
The worst possible.
10 gold a night.
10 gold a night. And how long are we intending to be here?
A couple of days. Here's my thoughts.
This place is nice.
I want to see how you lived in here. When am I going to have the chance again? I say it's worth it.
You know,
I want to see what was Ghost's pre-adventuring days adventuring like.
you know what they say, when in Ashwind.
I said that. Well, I don't think that should be too much of a problem.
I'd say let's just pay for 2 nights at least now, and then if we need more, we can pay for more.
Perfect.
Now, we both know you ain't here for small talk. What is it you want? Or do you expect me to actually believe that you're just sightseeing?
Oh no, I'm not just sightseeing. You know that goal I've been working towards forever.
I don't think there's a person that knows you that doesn't know.
I just so happen to have revealed my living condition to my brother, and now I'm here to
You think it's gonna be that easy? You think he just
oh no.
hangs around?
It's not going to be easy, and that's half the fun.
I mean, I was hoping so.
Yeah,
No.
it'd be as easy as that phantom out there in the ocean.
Right.
He's slightly more intelligent than that.
I mean, do you even know where he is?
I can find out super easy.
Well, since you died, he's getting a bit more resources.
We hijacked one of his ships. I know what he's packing. Some of what he's packing.
You see, I don't think you do know the full scope of what's going on.
And you do.
It's my business to know. And you see the hand that she's smoking, holding the pipe with, you see a tattoo of a small black spider web on the back of it.
Spider.
I mean, if knowledge is your business, you've got something to sell, obviously.
Always got something to sell.
Rakers doesn't know what this is. Rakers doesn't know what this is.
Because if I don't have it or I don't know about it, I know someone who does.
And you wouldn't be telling me this unless you were willing to give the information for a price, of course.
No, always. But you know me, my product's good.
I do know. Another drink of the wine. So just let me know the price.
Well, it ain't gonna be that simple. My associates have run into a bit of a situation, as it were. A couple of them have been found out by their attack dog. Taskmaster, as they like to call him.
Mhm.
He's nowhere near here, thank the gods. I managed to keep unsavory eyes off of me.
Mhm. So what do you want? Don't play coy.
She puts her pipe down. Weapons. Through my associates, we've come across we've got some dealings with a very prominent weapons dealer.
Mhm.
I'm sure he could scrounge something up. And I'm not talking about daggers here. And as you notice, as she's talking, the rest of the room around you has gotten a little muffled. But you can hear her almost clearer than everything else. And as you look, there is a slight shimmer in the air. And you seem to be in a bubble with her.
Bubble of silence.
So is
you
this
want
like
weapons?
is this a delivery you made, or do we need to liberate?
Because I'm also a blacksmith, so if you need weapons made, I'd be happy to do so.
There's different weapons, more along the line of what we found.
Yeah,
Weird men, the robot pieces,
Mm.
the mechanical ones.
I'm more talking in the realm of magic items.
Mm.
Artifacts, if you will.
Are you talking about that one you've wanted for years? Oh, you sly minx, you waited!
Oh, you know me. Always couldn't help but like to have nice things.
Oh, don't I know?
Let's just say that we have an attack dog of our own. But he's a bit more of the subtle type.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd make great use of that little dagger. Problem is getting it. That's where the struggle lies. We need the tools, but we don't have the... We need that tool, but we don't have the means to retrieve it. We
Do you
don't
know
have the...
where it is?
Vaguely.
Are we talking like hidden in some kind of bank vault, or underground in someone's manor, or are we talking ancient ruins, or what are we talking?
If it's as powerful as you say, and it's in Avier's hands, he'd want to keep it close.
Oh, oh, don't worry. We managed, just because a couple of our associates got found out doesn't mean we haven't been able to lead Avier on a wild goose chase. He's got no idea.
Oh, he doesn't know where it is.
No, but he definitely wants it. Not exactly his style, but the more he has, the more he can outfit his personal retinue.
Exactly. Same old, same old. So it's a race. First come, first serve. You have the general direction. I'm guessing it's heavily guarded.
Something like that. Not by any people, I can assure you that. At least not by any normal people.
It would be boring if it was.
There's, well, down south from here, managed to find, well, for lack of a better term, bit of a labyrinth. Our studies have determined we believe it was some sort of vault meant to hide artifacts to keep the demons from getting in during the War of Black Gates. It's come and gone into the hands of many people, looted, ransacked, restocked with other idiots that have gone in there, holed up, and died. But there was one thing that never got pulled out of there. In all our historical research, the Flayer's Razor is still in there somewhere. We found records of it going in, but as far as we can tell, there's no record of it ever being seen outside of it since.
And where is this vault?
A few days south of here. Very well hidden. See, the thing that makes it a bit convenient is about, I don't know, century ago or so, there was a precursor ruin that happened to appear there, which was subsequently cleared, and as you know, once it clears, it collapses in on itself, so people have assumed that there's nothing to find there now that it's gone. But what people forget is that sometimes those precursor ruins are a bit of a radar beacon, a bit of way to hone in on something that might already be there, or has been there.
Sounds like quite the adventure.
Do you want to go dungeon diving?
I want to go dungeon diving.
I'm fascinated. Are there any other artifacts that might be down there?
Who can say? It fluctuates so much, and records are a bit shoddy. So, but finding it, we managed to pull some strings and get powerful mage over to see if they can locate a certain object within a certain radius, and well, we got a hit. Anything else beyond that, though, is we have no idea.
Well, Ghost seems to trust you, and so,
With my life.
with that, I will put my trust in you as well. This sounds very fascinating. And then after this, I do have one more question for you as well. Somewhat related. I'm going to pull out that jeweled hilt with the key at the end. Have you ever seen anything like this before? We met with a man, I assume you know him, Siva, who mentioned that it might belong to a key in ruins under the Eskimar Sea.
Well, I do know that there are some ancient ruins down there, but given the fact that any divers that have been sent down either are met with dead ends, drown, or get eaten by something down there, that is a possibility. But you mentioned Siva. He likes to think he's all fancy with his network of informants, but Around my colleagues, we call him a bad cosplay of us.
I assumed you were of the same group.
We work together from time to time, but sometimes he's a little bit soft. But we like him.
You can be useful. Oh. Looks like we're going to be taking you up on your offer. On your price.
Is there a time restraint of when it has to be done? Is it a? I ask in the sense of, is it a pressing matter? Because I do wish to see the town and see what, what opportunities might lie in wait here.
Oh, yes,
As
I
well.
plan on showing
Well,
you as much as I can.
As far as my sources have told me, that there's nobody else itching to go in there that knows about it, and the people that want in don't know where it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's the best information you could give me. He has no idea where it is.
So what exactly does this dagger do? I mean, it sounds like you're talking something forged of the gods or some great hero or something.
Not exactly forged of the gods, more the opposite.
Forged from a demon?
He might as well have been. The origins get a little bit muddy. It's a pretty old thing. It was even old by the time it got put in there. But as the story goes, there was a prolific murderer that used to run around these parts.
Hmm.
And
I remember Darren was saying he could tell you about it. Possibly.
yes, well,
I can have him take a look at it.
you could probably appraise it. But the story goes is that once he finally got caught in order to escape the law, well, he slew himself rather than be dragged down in chains. But his soul still resides in his weapon of choice. And all the bloodlust that comes on with it.
And do you think that would be a good idea to give to your attack dog?
I do.
You know he could easily turn on you with that kind of a soul attached.
Nah, I don't think he will. See, the fun thing about our attack dog is, he's got some work done, as it were.
Fancy. I like it.
The man spent some time in Duskenweald with their particular surgeons. Let's just say curses have a hard time finding a way attaching to his body.
You find yourself the strangest people to surround yourself with.
I want to talk.
Oh, I never said that that's anything negative. And I mean myself included. That's why we're such great friends.
You've got a a friend here that can grow to twice his size, and another friend here that, well, has made himself quite the suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guess that by the runes, or do you already know who I am?
Like I said, Siva's a bad cosplay of our informant network.
I like you.
Don't you worry. Most of the associates don't know about you. I'm just You could say I'm a manager of sorts. So
Well,
I get
once
special privileges.
Once
What else
again,
have you heard?
if ghosts trust you, then I trust you. Plus, I don't really have anything to hide. So,
You want to know what else I've heard?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard that a while ago there was a bit of a runaway from the caverns east or west of the mountains. Caverns founded by some dwarven clans that left Trustland in search of new land and territory.
She knows her stuff, guys.
I only looked into you because you were traveling with Ghost and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to lose a valuable client. I knew absolutely nothing about you from before you met her. I could say I first heard of your little group once you helped with a certain knoll problem at a certain ranch.
yes.
You heard about the barn, didn't you?
No, I don't think any of my informants were present for that.
Ah, I burned down the barn.
That sounds accurate.
It was exhilarating. I haven't burned a building in so long.
While being
Well.
chased by infected werebears.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just make sure that you don't give into your addiction while you're on my premises.
Oh, you know me. Never on purpose.
Even if it's an accident, you're still paying for it. And
Oh, I know.
and you'll pay for every single room that gets damaged for every night that I can't open it up to the public.
You'll be able to open it to
We
the
don't have
Bit
that much
put
money,
away.
Ghost.
No.
Maybe it's best she eats outside.
Just don't let her cook anything.
She's just giving me a hard time because she missed me. I can assure you I'll be extra careful, as always. You know most of the damage was done by the others.
That's fair.
Now, whether I instigated it is a different matter, but let's not get into that. So, we have a game plan. Explore the city. Get the knife. Get information. And then follow Siva's request accordingly.
Do you have any information on the fire elemental under the city?
Yes.
Do you know its name?
Sure.
Her name?
What are you offering? I don't do this stuff for free. What I said before was a bit more of a parlor trick than anything. Giving you information you already know. Nice sales tactic.
Just to let you know, he placed a bet that he could guess what the name is, what her name is.
Hmm. How about this? I am an expert alchemist. I will offer you several hours of unquestioned alchemy expertise. You provide the ingredients, I will brew up whatever you wish.
She kind of goes, she looks around. She kind of looks up at the floating instruments. I think I'm covered in that department. Thank you, sweetheart.
I figured I'd try.
Worth a shot.
No, I think through our antics we might be able to find out on our own. I don't think I want to spend gold on that. Part of the bet is to make gold, not spend it.
Well, that's true. Sometimes you just need just enough to get you going, but if all the mysteries are solved for you, then there's not exactly much fun. That's why I like being in this business, because I get to beat everyone to the mystery.
Oh, and you'll likely have very much step-by-step information, because I'll likely be going to some of your people for help getting down there, as usual.
Well, the Web of Whispers is always happy to help. Paying customer.
I'm always happy to whisper. It's good to be back.
You know, when they said you were dead, I didn't believe it for a second. I know we found out that you weren't a bit after, but I didn't believe it for a second. You're too hard-headed to die like that.
Hard-headed enough to end up with these, and she'll show her arms.
Nice make. Original design.
Mm-hmm. You know who.
Oh, I do.
But yes, I am glad you did not fret over my fate.
I was just sad to lose a valuable customer.
Didn't lose me forever. I don't think you'll be able to get rid of me that easy.
Well, we'll see if the labyrinth will prove any different.
How
Something
could
else-
you?
Something else has moved in there, and don't know exactly what, but if the dagger's still there, then it must be something to be reckoned with.
Of course, of course. Good. We'll have fun.
Well, I must see to my other patrons, so enjoy your wine.
Thank you.
That's the only free drink you get tonight.
Oh, I know. And I chose the best one as always. I know you kept that bottle up there for me. It's my favorite year.
And then, as you say that, she's just like, oh, that bottle's old hat. It's mid-shelf at best. She's just like, I know of some good stuff coming down the pipeline. And she takes a big huff of her pipe and drops the bubble and walks out from behind the counter and starts greeting other patrons.
Shall I show you to your room?
Why, certainly.
And she'll go up the stairs to the new VIP room.
And as you walk in, it's this gorgeous open concept just lounge area. Furnished couches, furnished couches, silk, just silky, soft, fluffy blankets and pillows and stuff. You see some strings to be pulled that are part of a little bit of a pulley system for different things, to call up a waiter to your room to offer room service. A waiter, things like a masseuse, escorts.
The works.
Yep.
The works.
There's pretty much everything that could be
Right,
offered
guys,
with it.
what do these do?
No, don't. You'll be calling everyone in.
Just
the
kidding. He wouldn't
building.
actually do that. That's something Wayne
Yeah.
would do.
You also would be doing it.
Yeah.
The difference.
This one makes a noise. Escort.
Like 70 escorts just waiting out in a line out the door.
And just a roaring fire with stairs going up to small loft areas that are well furnished private rooms. There's about 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And of course a large balcony.
Yes, overlooking the city.
No, for a hideout, I wouldn't call this a secret hideout. It's just a nice room.
Boys like to embellish.
They liked to embellish.
Yes, believe it or not, they were the.
Yes, it was definitely them. Yes. Let me guess. Never mind. I don't want to say it.
I know I'm dramatic, but they were the ones that did it that time.
I love how dramatic everything around you is. Ghost, it is a delight being your friend.
Thank you. And you're welcome. It's not so bad having you around either.
Also, I should say, because our projects are done, I guess I should divvy these out. I'm going to give each of you 600 gold. No reason for me to hold on to all of it in case we get separated. and
You
need to
just want the
purchase anything.
satisfaction of us giving you the gold, don't you?
I do. You read through me.
I was gonna say I don't have any gold to give you
600?
at the moment.
Yeah, 600 each.
That's great.
I'll hold on to Badger's share.
Mm. I wonder. She's gonna go to like one of the corners of the room and like move one of the pieces of furniture and check and see if any carvings are back there in the wall.
Sadly, it seems this room has been fixed up to near perfection.
Renovated.
Want to see a heart carved into the wall with initials.
No, it would have been Vorb and one of the other members, Reese. They would have carved they carved quite a few things into there. They would have. But it seems she has been very thorough. So she'll just move it back and then go to the balcony and look over. Yeah, come look. It's the best view in the city.
Yep.
Well, other than my old place, but that's kind of gone.
Is it just like, how big is are we like up on a hill? Is it like a big tower thing?
It's up on the hill, but it's still like a more squat building, but it is on an elevated hill.
Cool.
It's even better when the sun is setting.
I could imagine.
It hits the windows just right and it looks like they glow.
Well, I imagine too, if there's the windows and then you have the snow and the ocean.
Exactly. It's paradise.
Minus the ocean part.
You can still appreciate the way it looks.
Fair point.
And don't worry, we'll be underground soon enough.
Exactly. Where you're more comfortable. And
I sure
I'm
hope we
not.
find some artifacts down there.
Oh, it would be amazing.
I
That
swear,
looks
if we
really
find some
sick.
large demon spider or something, I might freak out.
You might freak out.
Oh, I've had my share of spiders. I'd like to not run into any more of those.
Like I said, you might freak out. Belden here has had his fair share. Right? What kind of place would you be the most interested in seeing first?
Well, so I had a couple of things in mind. As far as general things I wish to accomplish in the city, I do want to go see if we can obtain an audience with this fire elemental, just as a back end thing. I would love to see what kind of job offerings they might have with job postings. You never know what you might say, right?
Yes.
I want sushi. I want a lot of sushi. That is goal number one of
That's
being here.
closer to the coast. It's down there. See
All right.
that? See that? Like really pointy roof.
The one next to yes, I think I see it. Yes.
It's that one.
Oh, okay. And then also I was just curious, is there anything, I mean, because you know the area, is there anything interesting to see, like a museum or activities or sporting events? That's another thing on the list, is
Oh
doing
yeah,
the
we need
underground
to.
fighting.
If you want to
We
go
need
to a
to check out the
museum,
arena.
prepare for a full day.
Right, and that's why I asked how pressing it was to go to the vault, because there's a lot of things I would like to see while we're in the city.
You just want to hear me talk about it.
I
don't
do
you?
want to hear about it.
Send a letter to Jedediah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh yes, I do need to send a couple letters. I forgot about that thanks to, Godzilla, but the Kraken. The one, the only, the Phantom. But yes.
Phantom Breaker.
And do you want to go to a pit tonight or
No, I don't think we need to do the pit tonight. We could do that tomorrow night.
the pits? Plural.
So the pit was underneath Hulda's cabin in Rhymevale.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying like
Yeah,
the pit as in a
I know,
title.
but you would you would know this one. This one is not like an underground thing, because Hulda's cabin, that underground fight pit, is the newest one to be put into this like bracket of needing to defeat certain combatants. This one is a good old fashioned. This one is a good old fashioned sports style arena that is simply called the Birdcage.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we could go to the Birdcage.
And this time, when we go in, we can actually have names prepared. You could stick with Ghost because that's great. I mean, it works. It fits the vibe. I could just go with my last name, Ironhoof, because I do think it's fitting.
It does.
And I would like to wear my namesake proudly. And then Phantom Breaker. I mean, come on. It doesn't get much better than that.
It's the perfect rebrand.
I'll take it.
You've made a name for yourself, Belden. Wear it proudly. You deserve it.
Just none of
So
you
we can go
tell
as-
the sailors, if we ever see them again, that was all an accident.
What? I would never.
We really should have died. I'm glad that they were all excited, and it was exciting to be there, but we really should have died.
Now he's the one that gets to ride for free.
Yes. Well, with that particular ship.
Well, I sure hope we don't ever have to take anyone up on that. I'd rather travel by land if we can.
I hate to burst your bubble, Belden, but we will have to take a boat to get up to the up to North Peak.
You can't go by
Which-
airship.
Nope, that's not an option. God, you didn't hear God say that? I said a boat.
And Ghost will withhold the airship information behind that smile of hers.
If we can find a way. But if we have to, maybe we can find a free ride.
Alright, well, it looks like we have exploration and dinner figured out for tonight. Would you like to call it early or just...
Also, just I would love to see if there's any wizards around that might be able to do that work order for this gift from Elkwind. By that smile, I'm going to assume you know somebody.
I just never thought I'd be a part of a party that enjoys shopping.
I also want to go to the alchemy shop. I really want to expand our repertoire of
Drag the others to
of
the
potions.
shops. Even
Oh,
when
no,
they
I
needed
find it-
supplies.
I have lived and breathed in shops since I was a child. I'm used to it. Granted, I like the more in-depth, less things about like wet dreams, but
Don't say that, Zidler. Don't say that again.
yeah, well, I didn't.
They did seem like an interesting outfit.
I'm glad you've come along.
I just keep thinking every time Reiko says it, I just keep thinking of Reiko's in the freaking Borat thing. Every time. That's where my brain goes, and I hate it. I hate it
Yeah,
so
much.
much.
I picture Reikos in fishnets with the fur just sticking out of the fishnets.
See, you can't even see it.
You can't even see the fishnets.
Can't even. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I would like to check out the shops because I'm sure a place like this might have a larger inventory to select from. But I feel like most the alchemy shops. My wife does most, or not most, all of the potion making, so I've never been needing it. And she had connections, and her family has connections as far as suppliers and where to get the herbs from. But I feel like I've been severely limited in my options of potions, and I would love to have more on hand as we're going out and doing things, especially while we're going to be going into ancient dungeons. I would like more. Yes, to more healing potions, but there's much more than that.
I can't guarantee you'll find what you're looking for.
Even the ingredients for it, and I could make it
The
myself.
ingredients are a possibility,
Right.
and looking is half the fun.
Yes, I do enjoy anything along those lines.
A night of perusing. If you don't want to join us, Belden, you could always turn in early.
Oh, I'll join you. I don't know what I'd do with myself in a place as fancy all alone.
Sleep.
I'm sure you could pull one of these.
They provide very nice massages.
Nah,
It does
let him
sound
come
nice.
along. Come with me.
Oh no, I'm not going to discourage it.
Given the fact that you got here pretty late, it is getting pretty late into the day, and so shops around this time would start closing.
Would start closing.
You got here like late afternoonish.
So basically, what we're going to have time for is dinner, and for me to take you to the best place to watch the sunset.
Sounds good.
I'm hungry.
Right, let's go.
Ravenous, yes.
Did you just say ravenous?
Yes. I heard one of the sailors say it.
It's ravenous.
Oh. That's what I get for trying to learn a new word.
Well, you learned it just fine.
Ravenous.
Ravenous.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I am.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. she'll likely take them to the spot first because it is getting late, and I'm sure the sun is already setting.
I would say by now the sun is already set. It was setting when you first arrived.
Dagnabbit!
Seeing the silhouette of the city with the sun rising was when you were still hours away from it.
Mm.
And then you docked in kind of mid-late afternoon, so it would probably
Or
be...
we can pause tomorrow night to
Can
see
you
it.
please catch the tail end of it, please? Can you rewind time just a little smidge?
Do wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
I want a little bit of sunset this episode. Otherwise, we'll just have dinner. It's not fun to do just one thing.
I'm gonna do all of it.
It's super
All
quick.
right.
Whole world goes into chaos as the world turns back a little bit.
Yep, everything just
Has music been off?
goes...
No, you can hear it.
I can't.
It's like background noises.
I can't hear it.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Ghost, what does this spot look like?
Okay, so she's going to take you guys to a slightly lower elevation. And with the way the buildings are interlocked and woven in their, different spots and everything, there's a singular spot where if you sit on a wall and look out, you can see a line of them perfectly lined up to where the sun sets. And it's like a tunnel of buildings, all different colors, all different shapes, all different sizes. And the windows reflect that light perfectly. And they look like they glow.
As the sun disappears behind the massive mountain range that you crashed on what seems like oh so long ago, that sunlight bounces off the canal into gorgeous deep oranges, reds, and slight tinges of purple, bouncing across the still canal with the ice and the glass, almost like a solid aurora borealis, but in a more warmer tone, despite the freezing air around you.
We don't see anything like this underground.
No. It's also not every day you see man's architect complementing the nature in this way. The natural beauty. Thanks for taking us here.
You're welcome.
It's quite calming.
Dermos and I used to sit here for hours, just enjoying the view. Of course, he'd be looking at me half the time, so I don't know how much of a view he was enjoying. Both probably, but it did kind of miss me. He missed the sunset most of the time.
Wish Mira could see this.
In fact.
Oh, right, that Mira.
Oh. And yours.
Them as well, yes. Not Badger, though. I feel like he might ruin the moment.
With how much he loves architecture and stonework,
I just give him a hard time.
Yeah. I think he'd appreciate this.
I agree.
We can come back to this spot sometime with him. Show him the magic.
Can we come back here tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm. We can. Are you hungry?
Ravenous.
There we go. After the sushi.
That makes two of us.
Oh, and just a heads up, they do serve some other things if you don't like the sushi Belden.
I'll give it a try.
Oh, I know, but just in case. And she'll lead them through the city to the sushi place where they make the best sushi.
So, as you approach this restaurant, it has extremely different architecture to the other buildings around it. It's got some bright colors on it. Just very, very interesting. And there's this golden serpent-like statue that kind of curls around the front doors. And you see it written on top. Valdesian Knights is what this.
Valdesian Nights.
Great.
And as you enter in, it's pretty quiet in there. There's people talking at a normal thing. And as you enter in, there is a hostess up at the front who greets you, takes you to a table, hands you menus and everything. There's all these different sushi rolls. There's, different kinds of noodles and soups.
Mm-hmm.
There's a list of, and it seems that the only drinks that they're serving, the only drinks that they are,
Sorry.
yeah, and they're serving different kinds of sakis.
I'd recommend these for the starter.
Right.
And if you want to go really crazy with it, try more like that.
I want
That
to
isn't a
try
quiet
one of
taste.
everything.
Or you could do that. Kill all the birds with one stone.
I don't know when I'll have a chance to eat at a place like this again. So one of everything. I want to experience all this city has to offer.
All right.
Hey, Ghost, how to order these?
Hmm?
No, you cut out.
I said, Ghost, how are you? Order these. I've never had this.
You cut out again.
Oh my
He
gosh.
said, "How do you?" And then it cuts out.
How are you supposed to order these?
You just choose what you want, and when someone comes around to take your order, you just tell them that's the thing that you want.
I don't know what I want. I don't know any of this stuff.
All right.
Pick
I'll
one
help
for
you
me.
then. Yes, I'll pick some for you. And she'll pick what she thinks is the best, but stuff that she also thinks he might be able to handle a lot better.
So eventually your orders are taken. Probably cost you like if you get the high end stuff, this is probably gonna run you like maybe 4 or 5 gold in terms of the
I would
the
want
quality.
one of everything. How much would that
They
cost?
bring in with that it's getting up into like the 6-7 gold range.
Cool.
And so people start, they start bringing out your orders. Delicious nigiri with wasabi, different kinds of rolls with like cream cheese, crab, this eel sauce, some with caviar on it. Extremely well made.
Salmon sushi, mackerel sushi, tuna. Tons of different D&D equivalent of all those things I just said.
I mean, yeah, those are real fish in Auroran as well.
Wait.
And then a bunch of other extra stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of
What's
the
this aboleth sushi?
and you know, I'm sure there's bound to be some of the fish that we also caught. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
shark
oh
and
yeah.
and the halibut.
Especially from the same ocean.
Yeah, the halibut and the shark, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Ragos is in heaven. There's not a single one he doesn't like.
Yeah.
I imagine Ghost is also teaching them how to use chopsticks and everything.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a fun ordeal.
Yeah.
Ragos really struggles with that. Actually, I'm gonna do a sleight of hand.
You have.
I
you have
really
advantage.
struggle.
You
I have advantage because I have the roll.
Yeah.
Oops. I'll take the lower one. 6.
You break your first set of chopsticks, and you eventually have to resort to having one in each hand. And
No, I think
No,
for
she
tonight.
asked for a fork.
No, he'll just use his hands and just.
Even with the ramen.
Oh, I guess we got some ramen too. So
I'd say Belden. I mean, even though he doesn't like fish normally, he still considers himself a bit of a foodie, and he takes to the chopsticks pretty well.
Nice. Does he like the food?
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Good. I'm glad.
and
It's a lot better than I expected it to be.
Right? It's the best.
And as you guys enjoy this wonderful, delicious meal, you hear a voice. You hear footsteps approach. And you hear this voice. Oh, good. Room for one more. As the chair gets pulled out and you see this tiefling man just take a seat, grab some chopsticks. Hello, darling. Thanks for adding a lot. Thanks for ordering more so I could have some as well. And he takes some off your plate. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. You must be Rakos in Belden. I'm Deramos. It's a pleasure. And that is where we are going to end it tonight.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to everybody who watched, lurking or otherwise. Had a lot of fun with this episode. This episode was a roller coaster. This is something else. Oh man,
it was so much fun.
I had a great time.
That was a fun episode. I
That was
really
fun.
liked that.
Yay!
but yeah, thank you to everybody who tuned into the episode.
Yes.
Thank you to our subscribers, and a big thanks to our patrons. Let me roll a d4 real quick.
I would say thank you with both hands, but that's just you're welcome. So
Yeah.
I know I only just arrived, but I feel I should offer my appreciation to D-Fourtress and Brennan. Thank you for watching out for my lovely partner here. And the Oddities greatly appreciate your support.
I can show you guys now.
Oh man.
Ah, I've been sitting on this art for so long.
Oh, do you want me to show it to the stream?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, I'll have to go into the discussion thing that we do, but I forget you DM'd it to me, right, Erica?
I think so.
Yeah,
I could
let me
do it
scroll
again.
up. Yep, there he is.
There he is.
Whoop, and let me go to the discussion screen. Look at
Whoa!
that man.
Yeah, very fitting. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
it was freaking awesome. It's like 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, for real.
I think Reikos was right to start choking.
Because Reikos is even like, damn. If my wife were around, she'd go for him too.
Check out the horns on this guy.
I'm glad my wife's at home because I would lose her.
She might lose me depending on how this night.
She'll understand.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Also, he's taller than you.
Oh my gosh, yes, this guy's awesome.
Erica literally just asked me to play her dream guy, and that's about it.
No,
just
it's
kidding.
Ghost Stream
But
guy.
it's not hard to be. I'm only like 4'8", so.
Could you?
This whole time, guys, I've been 4'8".
All right. So, next stream for this channel will be the next episode of the Oddities next Wednesday. As this is not this coming Sunday is not the Paragon stream schedule. So we will see you all on Wednesday. However, keep an eye out on our gaming channel, and if you look us up on Twitch, the D-Fourtress channel should host the gaming channel too when we're active on there. Keep an eye out for that as Andrew and I are going to be playing our first playthrough of Monster Hunter Wilds, and we will be joined by Sean and another brother that nobody has quite met yet. So,
And we might be doing a bit of a game called Repo later tonight. So if we stream that, you'll see it on.
Usually when we play together, I let Andrew be the cameraman because he's just so good at capturing those moments. But anyway, that's gonna be all. If you are so inclined, support us on Patreon. But even if you just a follow on Twitch or a subscription and a subscription on YouTube, literally anything you do, any sort of engagement that you give us can help us out immensely. You'd be surprised how much it can snowball. Just one extra subscription or comment can do. So any and all engagement and support, thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I hope you enjoyed this beautiful train wreck that I was expecting the boat ride to be the entire session. So thank you all so much. Hope you have a fantastic night. Good night, y'all.